Hey everybody, this is Phoenix Down, and welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. In the last episode, we defeated Specchio's second to last form, and did some final preparations for the Black Omen, the final dungeon of the game. So let's get that ball rolling. I went over my setup last time, so I'm not going to bore you with the details. Just know that status protection is key, and you want Ayla around for charming things. So let's go and confront Queen Zeal here in the future. Know this, the mighty Lavos reigns here. Relax, poor creatures. The mighty Lavos has already consumed this world's life energy. I guess coming to the future is a bad idea. She's pretty much already won, as far as she's concerned. But we do battle against some laser guards out here, so I guess the battle's not completely wasted on us. So I'm just gonna have Magus do lightning too. With the prism specs, it should be enough to wipe them all out. Now you see the Black Omen exists in multiple time periods. Oh yeah, that was more than enough to take those guys out. So the Black Omen is essentially the same dungeon no matter which time period you enter. However, you can't access it in the future because Lavos has already destroyed the world. There's really no point to it. There is a glitch I've read about in the Nintendo DS version where you can actually somehow get through this door and actually enter the Black Omen and go through it normally in 2300 AD. I don't think it works in the Super Nintendo version. I really don't want to try and demonstrate it. I've never done it before. But the dungeon is basically the same no matter which time period you go to. Most enemies will respawn if you leave the area and come back, but there are certain enemies that are one-time deal only, like these laser guards. They will not be here the next time we come to the Black Omen in a different time period. And also, once you clear the Black Omen, it will no longer be accessible from that point on to the future. So let's return to the Epoch, and we're going to go to 1000 AD because doing that will allow us to enter the Black Omen in 600 AD and 12,000 BC to clear the dungeon 2 more times. You know, I'll go into more details on why that's a good thing later on, but just know that it's best to take the Black Omen out as late as you can as far as time is concerned. So we're gonna go to the Black Omen at 1000 AD, return to the entranceway, and as you can see, the laser guards are still gone. Yeah, those enemies will never come back. I guess the Black Omen exists outside of time and space. It's kind of like all the items in your inventory. And there's Queen Zeal herself. Fools, haven't you learned your lesson? We are immortal. We shall live forever with Lavos, who devours this planet even as he sleeps. Within 999 years, he'll become the ruler of this world. The Black Omen is a path which leads to Lavos. It is a shrine which provides us with unlimited power. As long as the Mighty One reigns, your dreams are hopeless. And oh boy, she's summoning something. What the heck is that thing? It's like some weird mechanical thing right on a scrubbing bubble. You should sacrifice yourself to the mighty Lavos. And there goes Queen Zeal. I guess we'll worry about her later. In the meantime, though, it's time for a boss battle against the Mega Mutant. This guy is pretty much a pushover. I'm going to have Ayla charm the bottom half just because it does have... If you came to the Black Omen earlier, this would be more useful. You get a Vigil Hat from charming the bottom half. Gonna Magus do Dark Mist. It's his best attack available to him. He still hasn't learned Dark Matter just yet. But yeah, just do multi-targeting spells and focus your attacks on the upper half, and this battle's pretty much over and done with easily enough. Yeah, they made the first boss really easy, just in case you got impatient and decided to attack the Black Omen right off the bat. And here we go with Chaotic Zone. This will inflict you with the Chaos status if you were not protected by it with different types of status protection stuff. You know, Prism Helms. I don't need a charm now. Just do an attack. But yeah, the Prism Helm or the, and here's another status ailment, the Sleep status, but we're immune to that. You know, the Gloom Helm, Vigil Hats, the Amulet, what have you. Just anything that protects against status ailments is really good in this dungeon. But yeah, the Vigil Hat's a little too late though, unless you decide to get the Prism Dress when Melchior was working on the Rainbow Shell. But alright, that battle was easy enough. So let's go in here and enjoy this rocking music. Oh, I love this dungeon theme. And we have another new enemy, the Incognito. You want to, just like those blue masks from the Guardia prison, you basically just wait for them to move the shield aside and then attack the guy in the back. If you attack the shield directly, it'll counterattack by trying to lock your techs. And possibly, I hear that they might do something more nasty than that if you attack them with magic, but I've never actually done that before. I could be mistaken on that note. But alright, let's go to the next room. I love the futuristic sci-fi feel of this place. And we have another new enemy, the Martello. You can charm, I believe they're like mega or hyper ethers from these guys. Nothing important. Just gonna have Luminaire, Chrono do the Luminaire. Magus, you attack the bottom one in case Luminaire doesn't finish the job. Yeah, we're gonna be using a lot of multi-targeting spells against a lot of enemies. There are a lot of enemies in this dungeon. Alright, cleared those guys out easily enough. Nothing to worry about there. Magus leveled up, and Ayla learned her final tech, the triple kick. Alright. That is really good at all. Really awesome. It'll definitely come in handy in this next battle, actually. As we fight these guys. These guys are pretty rough. If you don't know what you're doing, these guys are as tough as a boss battle. I'm gonna have Ayla do triple kick on one of them. Chrono do confuse on the other. And Magus will cast Fire 2. These guys absorb lightning and shadow elemental attacks. And they have the most HP out of all the non-boss enemies in the entire Black Omen. They always fight in pairs. Sometimes they have other enemies with them. But yeah, they have a strict attack script where they will first attack you with the drop, which will drop your HP in half, no matter what it is. Then they will do an attack that shoots you with like 2 swinging sickles, while saying hear ye for some reason. But anyway, we wiped them out in a single round with that special 3-hit combo. And they also have a wind-based attack they will hit you with after that. Anyway, I'm not too worried about my HP just yet. There's already a save point. And we have ourselves another new enemy. We got Syncrite. You can You can charm. Hang on, I want Magus to do Dark Mist. Chrono do Luminaire. Ayla just attack. You can charm gold earrings from these guys, which too little too late in my opinion. But anyway, you know, they're nothing to really sneeze at. They're not that big a deal. Cleared them out. They have about 1800 HP, something like that. So Dark Mist was almost enough to take them out. But anyway, since we have a save point down here, I may as well just use a shelter real quick and charge myself up again. Yeah, I went ahead and bought a few shelters between episodes because I figured I was down to like 2 or 3 left, and there are a bunch of save points in this dungeon. And we have ourselves another new enemy. We have panels. There are those 2 things in the wall there. I want Ayla to charm from these guys. This is one of the main reasons to have Ayla around for charming. Hopefully it works on the first try. And we get a speed tab. You want to charm from every single one of these you guys you can find. Unfortunately, they do not respawn. So it's a one-time deal. If you miss out on getting speed tabs from them, you miss out for the rest of the game. So let's charm the other guy, and then I'll have Chrono do a Luminaire, since it'll cost him less MP to do that. Alright, cool. Worked out perfectly well for me there. My practice run, they kept giving me empty gifts. You know, it was just a thought that counted, but it would have been nice if they had fought a little harder about it. Not quite enough to finish them off. That one's down. Yeah, they'll shoot rockets at you, and if there's more than one of them around, they can do a dual tech that's basically like the shadow move that Giga Gaia does. It hits all party members for a little bit of damage. But yeah, see, they're wiped out once and for all. And we got some more panels. Alright, well, we cleared out 2 more of those panels there, and we got 2 more speed tabs. So let's check my party and see who should get those. I got 4 speed tabs at my disposal. I'm gonna give 2 of them to Crono now, and then 1 to Magus and 1 to Ayla, just to even everybody out for the time being. So let's see where we're at. We got 15. Okay, so 1 more each to max out everyone's speed in my current party. We'll be seeing more panels soon enough. And here we got another new enemy. We got the Boss Orb and Sidekick. These guys are basically like the Rubbles and the turrets from before. They will lock all your techs. They have really high evasion. You want to take out the Boss Orb first because they will attack you every time with you attack the Sidekicks with a Shockwave attack. And they also attack on their own periodically as well. Yeah, their evasive capabilities are fairly high, but at least in my practice runs, I felt like I had a better chance of hitting them. Unfortunately, I'm not having that kind of luck now, and just like with the Rubbles and whatnot, they will run if you take too long to take them out. And they are with 100 tech points apiece. The boss orb will give you 750 G, and you also get like 500 experience for these guys. Unfortunately, I got really, really unlucky there. I probably should have just tried to finish off the one that I accidentally attacked earlier. But we got more of these guys up ahead. This is a good place to work on your tech points. So let's try again. I'll leave this one on screen just in case. This one might be a better example. Make sure you go for the boss orb first. Alright, he's down. Chrono, you're supposed to hit him. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Fortunately, the sidekicks do not attack at all, though, so that's a plus there. Chrono, where's that insane critical hit rate? Alright, there we go, Magus, well done. Nicely played, man. Alright, that's one down. Nice. Come on, Chrono. You're the dead weight of the group right now. Be awesome if I could finish them both off. Alright, there we go, Chrono, about time. So yeah, we took them all out. 1,000 experience points, 200 tech points. Chrono's leveled up, and Magus learned Dark Matter at long last, his ultimate tech. And up here, we've got another one. Alright, we cleared those guys out, managed to defeat them both again. But now that all my party members have learned all their techs, they won't be giving out 200 tech points anymore. Which is a little unfortunate. And here we have ourselves another new enemy. We have the Metal Mutes. These guys, they can be a pain, but I'm going to have Magus do Dark Matter. Let's see how well that goes. Their defense is pretty high, and their magic defense is pretty good too. So I'm going to see what happens here. I think you could charm Hyper Ethers from these guys. It's nothing important. We've got so many of those already. And all it took was a Dark Matter to wipe these guys out. Nice. But yeah, we're not even getting tech points from enemies anymore because we've mastered them all. If you want to change out your party at this point and bring in your other characters, that's fine, but I'll worry about that later myself. And we have another new enemy. We have Flyclops. I'm going to have Magus once again do Dark Matter, take those guys out. I'm going to have Ayla charm just one of these guys just to show off what they have. It's probably one of the more useful items besides the any tabs that you can get from these guys. Alright, Dark Matter. I guess I'll have just Chrono attack one of the Flyclopses. Their defense is really high as far as magic defense is concerned. And they can steal your MP, so you want to watch out for that. Alright, we got a gold stud. Alright, it's the same accessory that Chrono currently has equipped. It cuts down on your MP cost by like 75%. And there goes some of my MP. Yeah, well, I'll be fine. So go to town, Magus. Yeah, they only have about 800, 900 HP, somewhere in that ballpark. Nothing to worry about. Alright, we gained some levels. We're going to be gaining a lot of levels throughout this dungeon. It's fairly long. It's the longest dungeon in Chrono Trigger at any rate. I'm going to have Ayla do a little bit of healing, especially on herself. Kiss yourself. Make yourself feel better. Alright, and we're at the next room. Enter this thing. It's like a teleporter pod thing. We've been erased. All our molecules were demolecularized, assuming I said that right, and reconstructed. Now we remember this from the Ocean Palace. We've got ourselves an elevator. Depending on where you stand in this place, it will trigger enemy encounters. And we have a new enemy here. We have Cybots. These guys, they're nothing special, but they will try to inflict you with the Chaos status first. And they will also try to drop your HP in half by dropping an iron ball on you the way Dalton would. So basically they're Gato's much more evil cousins. And they're blue. And they're also no more. So we made short work of those guys. Got a Hyper Ether for our trouble. And we have another new enemy. Alright, we're just new enemies left and right. We have Ruminators. You want Ayla to charm from these guys as much as possible. And we don't even have to do anything to them. Otherwise, these guys thin out their numbers themselves, and we got a Mega Elixir from charming from these guys. They always have Mega Elixirs. And they also will attack each other. So we don't even have to deal with them until there's only one of them left. So just have Ayla try to charm as many Mega Elixirs from these guys as possible. Alright, they're not... You know, they don't even care about the party members until there's only one of them left. And by that point, you can just whittle away at them. So, alright, let's charm from this guy. So yeah, I mean, these guys respawn and everything, so there's a point later on in a dungeon that I'll point out when I get there that it's a great place for farming Mega Elixirs. Fortunately, these guys don't have any room to actually work. So I'm gonna go after this one. Oh, maybe not. Hey, come on, guys. Alright, I want to charm this last one. Maybe I can go for 4 Mega Elixirs. It's rare to get one from all 4 of them. Alright, well. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. They were polite enough to make sure I got all my Mega Elixirs before they decided to take each other out. And we defeated the Ruminators. Alright. Yeah, we're making some nice experience and nice money as well. You can also fight a pair of goons on that elevator as well, depending on where you stand, but we missed that encounter. Alright, pressing onwards, and oh, more boss orbs and sidekicks. Alright, took care of those guys, wiped them all out. And we have some more Ruminators. Alright, we gained some more Mega Elixirs from that battle. More than we'll ever need. Alright, moving onwards. Let's move this way. Narrow hallways, why not? And if you keep going this way, we have a treasure chest with yet another Mega Elixir. Alright, we've got more than I think we'll ever need for the rest of the game. And we have some more enemies. Alright, we made short work of those guys. Chrono gained a level from that battle. And over here we have another treasure chest with 30,000 G. I kind of had to squint at that. That G looks a little too much like a 0 for my taste. And there's nothing over on this side. So let's continue on to the next area. And oh boy, more Ruminators. I only got one of the Mega Elixirs from that Ruminator fight, which that's kind of par for the course. And we got some Flyclopses. Alright, we made short work of those guys. And up here we have 2 paths, basically. I want to go to the path on the right, I believe. Yeah, this way has a treasure chest. The other way has no treasure. And it's pretty much just an empty path anyway. We got a magic seal. I think that boosts your magic stat. Let me double check with that real quick. It's an accessory. So the magic seal, it's down here somewhere. Yeah, boosts your magic stat and your magic defense. Okay, not too bad. I don't know the exact number because well, anyway, we have some more enemies. We've seen these guys before. Yeah, Dark Mist is still enough to take out the Martello, so you don't even have to resort to Dark Matter for the big attacks. And we have these guys. Alright, made short work of those guys. All these enemies will respawn, by the way. And in this room, we have some more treasure. We got an elixir here. We got a Vigil hat, in case you didn't have one before. A save point, I'll worry about that in a minute. We got a Nova armor, which is kind of outdated, but it does protect you from status ailments if you were lacking in that department. Here we get a Mega Elixir. Nice, can't have enough of those. Got some news that are in my way. In this chest we get a Haste Helm. Okay, this is a piece of headgear that automatically gives you the haste status, so you don't need Marley to cast it for that. I don't use it very often, but sometimes it's useful. And we got another Mega Elixir here. This new over here, he's basically a shop. So let's see what he's got. Basically all these healing items and, MP recovery items. Nothing that you really need to buy. I mean, enemies drop, some of this stuff on their own. But yeah, if you just talk to him regularly, just chat. These just don't sell too well, haha. Well, yeah, you're inside the final dungeon. I don't imagine many customers come this way. Now, if you talk to this new over here, 3 of you, and in a place like this, you've got a long journey ahead of you, so please rest a while. And if you wish to awaken from this dream, there's probably is a way. So be very careful what you select here, because if the first time I played this game, I chose Wake Up, and what happens is basically a couple of frogs will show up with this like chair or something, and will basically transport you back to the entrance of the dungeon. So this is basically your way of exiting if you decide for whatever reason to backtrack or return to the overworld or whatever. I want to stay for the time being. But next time on Let's Play Chrono Trigger, just how much farther into the nightmare will we go? So this has been Phoenix Down, and I will see you guys next time.